You know, I like to think of myself as a Chandler, but the older I get, I feel like I'm more of a Rachel, but in a bad way. You know what I mean? Sorry. Welcome to Virtual English 4. Today we are going to continue to inform and explain. I'm going to move into the writing portions of it. Similar to last week, all these prompts I'm giving you are just kind of seeds you're planting to see what might grow into a possible essay in the future. To inform and explain, remember you as the writer need to state a main point or purpose that you're talking about and try to present the information in a surprising way. The prompt I'm giving you today is this one right here. Explain how your blank reveals who you are. Sometimes we can learn something about others by observing them. For example, sometimes I think you can learn something about other person based on the car they drive or the books they read or the video games they play. So what I want you to do is I have a list of these items. I want you to select 2 of these revealing items and explain how these items reveal something about you. So it could be your cell phone, it could be video games, it could be your hairstyle, your best friend, books, backpack, playlists, words, the slang you use, clothes, keychain, favorite movies, favorite TV show, favorite food, favorite sport, gaming console, makeup, shoes, hobby, car, mask, any of those. And if it's not on there, if you think there's an item that you could talk about on there that reveals something about people, go ahead and knock yourself out, write about it. Mainly, these things are just here to gather your thoughts. These might be possible things that might develop into your 500-word inform and explain essay later on this week. If I was to choose one, I could talk about my cell phone, which I actually did 2 this morning, and I'll actually read them to you. But I didn't do my cell phone. So let's look at my cell phone. My cell phone I think my cell phone reveals a lot about me. All right, so if you notice, my cell phone is an older one. I have an iPhone SE, the first edition of it. I have it in a wallet case because I am that type of 30-year-old person. My wife says that I look like I'm a 50-year-old woman with a wallet case like this, but it has the nice little magnetic back that allows me to like place it on the board and whatnot, and whenever I need to. So that's a fun item that I feel allows me to be unique about my way that I will use my phone occasionally. And also the wallet case makes me no longer wash my wallet whenever I wash my clothes because I'm not going to wash my phone. The SE is not just because I'm cheap. It's mainly because I like the smaller form factor. I feel like I don't need a big complex thing that says, look at me, here I am. I like that I can hold it in one hand and navigate it as need be. In fact, I just bought another iPhone SE, the first edition. That's 128 gigs because I just needed more storage for the one that I currently have because I prefer the smaller form factor. I don't have to pretend I'm on the latest trends anymore and whatnot. This phone, I feel, does reflect like me being just small, sturdy, and dependable, but capable of doing a whole lot with not a whole lot available. So yeah, just something along the lines of that that you can do. I did 2 more. I didn't necessarily focus on me as much. I started trying to focus in on me, and it evolved into a couple other areas. Here, I'll actually share my screen, and we'll just do desktop. There we go. So you can see everything. And I actually wrote 2 of these. All right. As mentioned, I did not necessarily end up talking about myself, but it did allow me to take this idea and explain it in an interesting way that I found. So because you don't follow the prompt to a T, because here's the thing, I'm just looking for you to inform and explain. That's the big thing I'm looking for. The prompt is just to give you thoughts and ideas, and you can go where you want with them. So I spent about, I'd say 20 minutes during first hour talking about this in front of the first hour kids, and here's what I came up with. What my Lofi HipHop playlist reveals about me is my overemphasis on getting work done. Anytime I need to get in the zone, I pull up Chill Cal's YouTube stream and I begin to get her done. It helps me zone out. Lo-fi doesn't necessarily get me amped up. It doesn't get me excited, but what it does is it helps me get into the zone. When lo-fi plays, I can get lost in the track at hand. It envelops me. It strictly provides a vibe, not too mellow, not too chaotic. It's on the level, much like how I strive to view myself to be viewed myself. Lo-fi hip hop is more than just a genre. It is a world that takes you on a journey, a passive one at that, but one that gets you from point A to B. It's like sitting in a car watching the countryside or cityscape pass you by. Once lo-fi is on, time quickly evaporates. The next thing you know, you look up and hours have passed and your work is done. That is the magicalness of the time machine like qualities of lo-fi hip hop. I just sat there for about 10 minutes just typing that up, and that's just the first thing came off my head. It's me explaining. I'm just trying to explain it in an interesting way, my love of lo-fi hip-hop. So it doesn't have to be super complicated. The next one I chose was my all-time favorite TV show. My all-time favorite TV show is Community, especially the first 3 seasons. After season 3, the show slightly off the rails, but can still be enjoyable. You'll be hard to find a show better than Community's first 3 seasons. Community came out right when I was finishing college. For those who've never been to college, the vibe that college gives you indescribable. I miss the strange micro universe that college provided me in my day-to-day life. However, Community came to the rescue. Every Thursday night, I would be welcomed back to my old world of college, a world when the strange temporary friendships would rise. People that you would never give the time of day to outside of college became cohorts of yours for 3 hours a week in that random psychology, history, or math class. All of you from disparate portions of society being flung together to explore and study a similar concept. Community takes a bunch of random people and puts them on common ground. That's what I strive to do, find commonality with everyone. Not everyone is open to this kind of approach to life, but those willing to embrace other strangeness are greatly rewarded. Because at the end of the day, we're all a bit off. We're all strange. These are the things that we must get strange. There are things that we all get strangely obsessive about, but that's fine. And that's fine. We must embrace our obsessions, share with them to the wider universe. While not everyone would be interested in your particular cup of tea, occasionally you might find someone willing to listen. And out of that will grow a valuable friendship, even if it's just a temporary one. Yeah, it doesn't have to be something crazy or like over the top. You just spill your thoughts on the page. Now, would I publish that for an essay? No, I'd need to go back and I would take stuff out. I would polish it up. I'd rearrange how I present things. I wouldn't start it off the way I would. So this is the seed. This is something that you can figure out, hey, I have something here that I could possibly turn into a more formal essay that sounds more professional, more interesting. And that's all I'm asking you to do. So pick 2 items and then explain how these items reveal about you. And if your essay kind of goes into a different direction, that's perfectly fine. All right. Somebody did ask if you, let's say you have more than one favorite movie or more than one favorite TV show. Yes, you can do different ones. Someone did more than one hobby that they talked about. Clothes were a popular one. Clothes and playlists were the 2 popular ones in first hour. I haven't had 4th hour yet. I'll have them here in about 20 minutes. And so I don't know what they're going to do, but playlist and clothes seem to be like the top 2 that people talk about in first hour. All right. So just give me your best effort. Once again, this is just, generating ideas, seeing where your thinking would go. I would recommend doing a free write where you just put 10 minutes on the clock and write as much as you could about one topic, and then switch and write 10 minutes as much as you can about the other topic, and see if you have anything to work with that you can develop into a prettier essay from there. All right. So that's all I have for you today. Do the prompt, explain how your blank reveals who you are, and I will see you all tomorrow.